everybody. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. I'm going to talk about a myriad of things today. I have a lot to say, so I hope it doesn't take me too long, but I have a lot to say. Some days I have nothing to say, but today I don't have that position. I wanted to show you a couple things about my wheelchair that I neglected to show you before, and I also want to show you the new tray and things that I've got. So I'm going to bring you over here. I'm going to just move you a little bit, and then I'm going to get out of the shot here and say hi, Bill.
Hi.
He's eating cake. We're at night 10 here and he's having some cake. So I'm going to bring this down. All right, this at Bill's feet here. I'm going to come over here. This is the table that's going to come around me, and we bought a bicycle stand, and Bill put it together, and we just put that in the bicycle stand. And I also want to show you my seatbelt situation. I'm doing a little bit of work on the seatbelt situation. Let me come back here. So you buckle it up, and then you just tighten it like that, and then you're in firmly. It keeps you back a bit. So I'm going to bring this up and show you. Okay. I wanted it on the stand so that I wouldn't wreck the thing. But anyway, it has these channels on it. See that? And it works just like if you were putting together a high chair. So you put the tray there and just pull it in. Sit back and pull it in. And you pull it wherever it's comfortable, if it's comfortable out here. So when I go shopping, I'm going to put my brakes on here. When I go shopping, if I wanted to, I could put a basket here and I could shop. And it's cushioned. It's lovely. I really like it. And I don't have to store it laying on the ground or taking up a lot of room, because this bike rack was a great solution for that. So I'm going to take this apart and put it back. This is very heavy, this tray. I can handle it, but it's very heavy. But it is good to have this one, because the other one was plastic. So let me put this one back here, Bill. Thank you very much. All right, so I've shown you this. Now I'm going to get off of this chair and show you the cushion. All right, so.
How much it costs?
The cushion?
Yeah.
The cushion, if we had to pay for it, I think I already said that before, but the cushion, if we had to pay for it, was $600. But we didn't have to pay that. We only paid a $500 deductible, and we got this $2,500 wheelchair. It is so much the Bentley or Cadillac compared to the other one. My brakes are on. All right, and if I hadn't had that, it would have been impossible for us to get that. So anyway, okay, I'm going to bring this back around, and I'm turning you around with me. All right, come on. So let's see where I have to put you to see this cushion. Where is this? Okay, I got to bring this over here. All right, so this cushion, I'm going to put these straps up here. This cushion is velcroed onto here, and it's very powerful. I can't even do it. It is probably 4 inches thick. It's a contour foam. That's lovely. The brakes work great. And then today, when we were out shopping, the one thing I didn't have was I didn't have a place to have coffee on my chair. And so, and Claudine, when she's pushing me, she sometimes likes to have a coffee as well. So we were in the biking department, and we found this. And you can put, let me see if I've got, I don't have a bottle of water. I'll pretend this is a coffee cup or a bottle of water. And you take this, and you just fit it down in there, and it stays in there. So I think that's great, and I said, if it was like $20, so I said, that's expensive. But if it works, we'll use it for a few days, and if it works, I will get another one to put down closer to the bottom for myself. All right, so that's pretty much my wheelchair, except for I wanted to show you one more thing. Let me see, I can take the brake off. Oh, the brake is off. All right. I'm going to show you one more thing. It's going to be hard to show, but I think this is hilarious. Okay, so it's got a bag on the back. It also has, okay, I'm going to bring you forward a little bit. Watch your toes, honey. All right, this here is what looks like a loose flap. It's just a piece of black material with Velcro on it. And Claudine said to the fellow who was, let's put that out there. I'll put the brakes on in a minute. She said to the fellow who was giving it to us here, she said, is that supposed to hang down there or is that going to go up? And he says, no, that's your privacy flap. And she says, what do you mean a privacy flap? And he said, like, when you're sitting in a wheelchair for a long time, you'll get plumber's butt, and people can see it from the back end. We killed ourselves laughing about this. Is it a plumber's butt? Well, today I went to Walmart, and I went in to use their handicapped restroom, and the toilet was so low to the ground that it was almost impossible to use, but use it I did. And then when I tried to get myself back together again, my dress got caught in my pants and I couldn't get them out. So I was glad to have a privacy flap that I could sit down and nobody could see that my dress was tucked into my panties. So now I said I was glad that I found out what that privacy flap was for, because I rested easy knowing that that was like that. All right, so that's my wheelchair. I've got a few stories I want to tell, and then I want to tell you about my computer. Anyway, that's the story. Anyway, I got a little notepad here because there's so many funny things that happened. All right, one of them, when we were at Walmart, I said I need some bandages because the bandages I have don't have much stickiness on them, and so we went to get them. And on sale, we got 50 of the Elastoplast type bandages, the cloth bandages, for $4.47, which was not bad. But I laughed because the bandages that I have been using, the ones that I said didn't stick very well, their price ticket on them was 19 cents. They were purchased probably in about 1923. My grandmother had them for years in her house. And she's been dead now since, let's see, Mom died in 2010. She must have died in 2008. Anyway, she had them there, and I said, well, I can use bandages, and I took them. 19 cents. No wonder they didn't stick very well. But anyway, that's inflation from 1923 till now. Anyway, I thought that was pretty funny, these 19-cent bandages. All right, and now I'm going to tell you another story. My home care worker is such a sweetheart. And she comes and she helps me get dressed, and she's helping me with my exercises, and she gives me a bed bath and washes my hair. It's really fun. But anyway, today was my first day of doing some exercises. And we do some of them from the bed, most of them actually from the bed. And there was one that I was doing that, you know, you were lifting your legs up alternately. And wouldn't you know it, it's morning time. What happens when you're lifting your legs up? You fart. It was sort of like up, down, fart, fart, up, down. I was so embarrassed, honestly. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, she just said, that's the way it happens. But I thought, that I've heard of it happening to people in yoga class and stuff, but it happened to me and it was embarrassing. So, all right, what other funny things have happened? Oh yeah, last night. I went to go to bed and I saw something under the bed. Now y'all remember I broke my hip when a sock spider, a little piece of lint, scared the dickens out of me in the apartment we were in, and I took a flying leap to get away from the spider that I thought I saw and broke my hip. No, I didn't break my hip that time. I fell flat on my face and got a black eye. That's what it was. So I had smashed myself a few times over bugs. I hate bugs. And I thought they're real, you know. So anyway, I saw what I said was two bugs doing it underneath my table. They weren't moving around. They were moving together. And I said to Claudine, no, first of all, she was having a bath, and she comes to the bath, and I talk incessantly. I don't know. You just see a psychiatrist, I think, but I narrate my life. I talk incessantly. Anyway, she hears me in my bedroom by myself saying, don't come near me. Just stay over where you are. Don't come close. And I'll leave you alone, but just don't move towards me. And she came in to see who I was talking to or what I was talking about. And I said to her, there's bugs under the table there. Two bugs doing it. She looks under the table and she laughs and she goes to pick it up. And I said, don't touch it. It will run away. She goes, Mom, it's a raisin. I'd been eating trail mix in my bed, and a raisin had fallen underneath the table, and the register, when it came on, blew the raisin around. It looked like two bugs doing it. Only in my imagination would that happen. All right, so let me see if we got another one. Pressure raisin on the floor. I think that was all of them. All of my stories. But anyway, that leaves me one thing to tell you about. The computer. I was so excited about my computer. I wanted a laptop so badly. I researched how I missed this. I have no idea. But first of all, I only know how to, I'm very dumb when it comes to computers. I know very little. And everything I know is found by Google or things like that. And this didn't have that on it. It was Windows 11, but it had something called the Edge or something, Microsoft Edge. And I didn't have a clue how to use this thing. Not only that, what did I want it for? I wanted it to make YouTube videos and edit on it. The camera on it was only taking selfies, and it wasn't going to take out in the world. And I said to Claudine, I said, this isn't what I was trying for, because I really wanted something else. And I was completely bummed out. We tried to get it to do stuff like change it over to Google and stuff, and we just couldn't do it. And I said, I don't want to waste a bunch of time with it, because then we'll put stuff on it and then I will have no chance of getting my money back. So I said, I'm going to just have to send it back. So Ivy came up today and she sent it back to the factory or specs, and we've got it ready to be parceled up. And we contacted Amazon and they said, yes, you have no trouble, we'll give you your money back. But you know how if you're returning something to Amazon, you don't pay for the shipping. Well, this time you have to pay for the shipping because it's electronics or something. And so we have to pay for the shipping. And they said that they would refund me $3.99. Well, if you know anything about Canadian shipping, it'd probably be $30 for me to send that back. But anyway, it's going to go back and I'll get my money back. But now I don't know what I'm going to do. Now, what my kids have suggested, and I was so upset last night, I couldn't even think. What they have suggested to me is that I don't really need a laptop. What I need is I need a keyboard for my tablet. And then I will maybe be able to type a little bit, but probably not much more than I do, because the problem is not my electronics. The problem is me not being able to use them because of my hands. So I think their suggestion is I use a keyboard that I purchased for a tablet, and that I was saying if I had like a smaller cell phone camera or something, I could take it out when we went out. And Claudine says you don't need to do that and have that expense, because she has a really good camera on hers. And she says, I'm always with you when we're out. So she can take the video when we're out and send it to me, and I can post it. So I'm supposing that is what I'm going to do. Now, the tablet that was newer that I had a good camera and everything in it, but then it broke. The camera broke. The rest of it worked great, but the camera broke. And so I have given that to lent it to my son. He's going to use it while he's doing 2 months of schooling. And then he's going to give back to me. We're just going to make that sort of like a book, like a tablet that will do, what do they call those, podcasts, and read books and stuff like that. So I'll just leave it up on the desk by my bed, and I can listen when I'm in bed. So I'm going to do that. But the tablet that I'm using now, it reverses everything. And I'm looking at this down. I don't know that I'm reversed.
This is a reminder.
I'm actually not
To
reversed
overnight
here.
Levodopa.
I am not reversed. Let me try this with some writing. This used to be reversed. Maybe we fixed it somehow. All right, let's try something with writing. Okay. Let's see. What have I got? I've got this. Okay. Pick this up. This is a magnet. I can't get it picked up. I don't have anything with writing. Oh, here, there's writing on this. All right, so let me see if this goes. No, that's backwards. All right. So the writing is still backwards, but it looks like the rest of the room is okay. I don't know how that works. Anyway, it's also quite old. This tablet is quite old, and so when I want to reverse and take pictures from looking at me or looking at stuff, I have to stop the recording and then start the recording again. And I find that a bit of a nuisance. I like to just be able to push the button. And it's an older tablet, and it's going to crap out one day. And then what do I do? Because then I don't have any backup. So I think that I'm going to do my investigations again, and Ivy said she's going to look into it and whatnot, and see if we can find a new tablet that I can use, and we will put a keyboard to it, and we will use Claudine to film when we're out, and I'm going to try to edit some. I don't know how I'm going to do that, because when you can't control your hands, editing is very hard. You can't do very much stuff, but I have to accept that I can't do these things, and I'm fighting it every day. I'm not a very accepting person when I'm told I can't do these things, and it's my body just saying, no, you're not going to do it. Anyway, that's the story of my computer. I don't have it anymore. It's going back tomorrow. It's sitting here ready to be packaged up, and it's going back to Amazon tomorrow. And they said that they'll refund my money, and then I will decide what I'm going to do about a tablet and a keyboard. So that's where that stands. I just wanted to keep you all up to date on it, and I've prattled on again for a long time. So I'm going to stop here, and like I say, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm going to go put my pajamas on and get ready for bed. And I hope you guys are having a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye-bye. No, it didn't go off. Let's see.